Welcome to our channel Valuable Coins All World. In this video, I gave you information about United States of America Jefferson Nickel 5 cents, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please see this full video. Thanks. Top 5. When most people think of coins, they typically focus on the more traditional ones: quarters, dimes, and pennies. But what about the often overlooked Jefferson Nickel? While this coin may not immediately seem like a rare or valuable collector's item, there are certain years and special editions that can be worth far more than its face value. The 2005 Jefferson Nickel, in particular, is one of those coins that can surprise you with its hidden value. You might have passed by this coin countless times without giving it a second thought, but today, we're going to explore why the 2005 Jefferson Nickel is not your average 5-cent piece and how it could potentially be worth thousands of dollars. The Jefferson Nickel, first minted in 1938, was designed to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Over the years, the design of the Jefferson Nickel has gone through a few changes, but the core image of Jefferson's portrait on the front and Monticello on the reverse has remained largely the same. However, in 2005, the U.S. Mint made a significant change to the design. As part of a series of special coins to mark the bicentennial of Jefferson's purchase of the Louisiana Territory. This change introduced a two-coin series with unique designs that would commemorate this historic event. This is where things start to get interesting. The 2005 Jefferson Nickel comes in two different versions, one featuring the original Monticello design on the reverse, and the other featuring a new reverse design with a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse, but with a modern twist. The U.S. Mint made these design changes to create a sense of history while still celebrating the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase. What sets the 2005 Jefferson Nickel apart is not just the design, but the quality of the coins and the potential for errors that can significantly increase their value. First and foremost, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth. As with any collectible coin, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been preserved without scratches, dings, or excessive wear are far more valuable to collectors. The 2005 Jefferson Nickel was produced in large quantities for general circulation, and, as expected, most of these coins show signs of wear and age. However, coins that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition are highly sought after by collectors, as they offer a perfect snapshot of American history without the typical signs of circulation. To give you an idea of just how much a pristine 2005 Jefferson Nickel can be worth, imagine stumbling across one in your pocket change that looks almost brand new, without a single imperfection. Such a coin can quickly become the centerpiece of a coin collection, as it is far rarer than the average coin you'd encounter. Coins like these are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no visible imperfections. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A well-preserved 2005 Jefferson Nickel can easily fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially when it is in a grade of MS 65 or higher. But it's not just the condition of the coin that determines its worth. Minting errors can also play a huge role in elevating a coin's value. The 2005 Jefferson Nickel, like many coins, was produced in large quantities, but some of these coins were minted with errors. These errors can include things like off-center strikes, double strikes, and missing elements on the design. Minting errors are often what makes certain coins stand out from the rest and can turn an ordinary nickel into a highly sought-after collector's item. For example, a 2005 Jefferson Nickel with an off-center strike is a rare and valuable find. Coins like this are prized for their uniqueness and scarcity. Another notable error that can increase the value of a 2005 Jefferson Nickel is the double die error. A double die occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, causing the image to appear as though it has been duplicated. This kind of error is highly collectible, as it's a rare and interesting mistake that adds a lot of character to the coin. If you come across a 2005 Jefferson Nickel with a double die error, you could be holding on to a rare piece of history that will be highly coveted by collectors. Proof coins are another version of the 2005 Jefferson Nickel that is worth more than the standard circulation coin. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and are struck multiple times to ensure a sharper, more detailed design. These coins are typically produced in limited quantities, making them much rarer than the regular circulation versions. A 2005 proof Jefferson Nickel, especially one that has been well preserved, can be worth significantly more than a typical nickel. even if it doesn't have any errors. The superior finish and limited production run make proof coins highly desirable to collectors, and they are often sold for hundreds of dollars or more. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. Just how much can a 2005 Jefferson nickel be worth? While most of the 2005 nickels you encounter will be worth their face value of 5 cents, there are certain versions of this coin that can fetch incredible prices, especially if they are in excellent condition or have minting errors. Some of the rarest and most sought-after 2005 Jefferson nickels have sold at auction for impressive amounts, reaching up to $25,000. That's right, $25,000 for a single nickel. This incredible price tag highlights just how valuable the 2005 Jefferson nickel can be under the right circumstances. Whether it's due to its mint condition, a rare error, or its status as a proof coin, the 2005 nickel has proven that even relatively modern coins can be worth a small fortune. So, if you're a coin collector or simply someone who enjoys going through spare change, don't overlook the 2005 Jefferson nickel. The next time you spot one, take a closer look, especially if it's in great condition or if you notice anything unusual about its design. You just might have a rare treasure on your hands that could be worth far more than its face value. Whether it's a beautiful mint state coin or a rare error piece, the 2005 Jefferson nickel has the potential to be the kind of find that could make you a substantial amount of money. Top 4. When it comes to coin collecting, many collectors know that the value of a coin can be much more than its face value, especially when it comes to rare or special edition coins. One coin that might not immediately grab your attention but could be worth a small fortune is the 2004 Jefferson nickel. Yes, this seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin could be hiding a big secret, and today, we're going to dive into why this particular nickel might be worth far more than the average nickel in your pocket. The Jefferson nickel is no stranger to American coin collectors. First introduced in 1938, the design features the likeness of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Over the years, the nickel has undergone a few design changes, but its historical significance and widespread circulation have made it a staple in American currency. The 2004 Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, is no exception. However, while it may seem like just another coin in the pocket change of most Americans, this particular version has garnered attention for its potential to be worth far more than just 5 cents. One of the main reasons that the 2004 Jefferson nickel is so valuable is its role in the larger context of American numismatics. The U.S. Mint, in 2004, issued a series of coins to commemorate the Louisiana Purchase, a landmark event in U.S. history. The 2004 Jefferson nickel was part of the Westward Journey nickel series, which marked the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. This series introduced a new reverse design featuring a depiction of the historic keelboat that was used by Lewis and Clark to explore the western part of the United States. The reverse of the 2004 Jefferson nickel also displayed a natural landscape that evoked the spirit of exploration, while the obverse retained the traditional portrait of Jefferson. Now, what makes the 2004 Jefferson nickel different from other years of the coin? It all comes down to its rarity and the various factors that can elevate its value. First, it's important to understand that not all 2004 Jefferson nickels are created equal. The value of a coin can be influenced by factors like its condition, the type of coin, and even errors made during the minting process. In the case of the 2004 Jefferson nickel, the key to its potential value lies in the fact that certain versions of the coin were struck with minting errors that can drastically increase its worth. Let's take a moment to talk about the condition of the coin. The state in which a coin is found plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin that has been well preserved and shows minimal wear is far more valuable than one that has been circulated heavily. In fact, even a minor scratch or dent can significantly lower the price of a coin. On the other hand, if you happen to find a 2004 Jefferson nickel in pristine condition, it could be worth far more than face value. Coins that are graded as uncirculated or mint state can command much higher prices from collectors, as they are considered rare due to their excellent condition. But it's not just the condition of the coin that matters. The 2004 Jefferson nickel is also known for some interesting and rare minting errors, which can dramatically increase its value. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of a coin, creating a unique variation that collectors highly prize. Some of these errors are subtle and hard to spot, while others are more obvious. For example, If a 2004 Jefferson nickel has a misaligned strike or shows signs of a double strike, where the design appears twice on the coin, it can become much more valuable. These types of errors are not common and are often considered extremely valuable to collectors because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that cannot be replicated. Additionally, there is something called the double die error, which occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the same die, resulting in a doubled image on the coin. This particular type of error is highly sought after by collectors because of its rarity and the uniqueness it imparts to the coin. If you happen to stumble upon a 2004 Jefferson nickel with a double die error, you could be holding on to a true treasure. Another thing to keep in mind is the fact that the 2004 Jefferson nickel was minted in a relatively low quantity compared to other years. In fact, it was one of the last years that the U.S. Mint produced nickels with the original design before transitioning to new commemorative versions for the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. This adds a layer of collectability to the 2004 Jefferson nickel, as coins from this era are becoming increasingly rare and more desirable over time. When it comes to assessing the value of the 2004 Jefferson nickel, it's essential to consider factors like condition, rarity, and the potential for minting errors. In general, a regular 2004 Jefferson nickel that is well preserved in uncirculated condition can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s, depending on its quality and specific characteristics. However, the most valuable coins in this series, especially those with significant errors, have been known to fetch astronomical prices. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much can a 2004 Jefferson nickel really be worth? While the typical 5-cent piece may not hold much value, if you happen to find a pristine, error-free, or uniquely minted version of this coin, it could be worth an impressive $28,000. That's right, $28,000 for a single 2004 Jefferson nickel, and that's not just a theoretical value. Coins with minting errors, or those in exceptional condition, have been known to command these high prices at auction, making this particular nickel one of the most valuable modern coins out there. The next time you come across a 2004 Jefferson nickel, don't just toss it into a jar of spare change. Take a moment to inspect it closely. Look for any signs of minting errors, examine its condition, and keep an eye out for anything that could make this coin truly special. Who knows? You might just have a rare find that could be worth far more than its face value. In the world of coin collecting, the value of a coin is often determined by a mix of history, rarity, and the condition it's in. So keep an eye out. Your 2004 Jefferson nickel could be the next hidden treasure you discover. Top 3. When it comes to coin collecting, many enthusiasts spend years searching for rare finds that can increase the value of their collections. While most people may overlook the humble nickel, there's a specific one from 2004 that could very well be worth thousands of dollars. That's right, the 2004 Jefferson nickel could be hiding a fortune in plain sight. If you're into coin collecting or just curious about the potential value of the coins you come across in your change, you'll want to stick around because this 5-cent coin could be worth much more than you think. The Jefferson nickel has long been a favorite among collectors, with its first introduction to the public in 1938. The design features Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the third president of the United States, on the front. His home, Monticello, is depicted on the reverse side. This classic design remained largely unchanged for many years, until the early 2000s when the U.S. Mint decided to honor the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition with a special series of nickels. This is where the 2004 Jefferson nickel comes into the picture. In 2004, the U.S. Mint produced the Jefferson nickel with a new reverse design. The coin's back now featured a stunning depiction of the keelboat used by Lewis and Clark during their famous expedition across the American West. This was part of the Westward Journey Nickel series, which aimed to commemorate one of the most significant events in American history. So while the 2004 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another coin at first glance, its connection to the history of the United States and its design changes make it a highly collectible item. But what makes the 2004 Jefferson nickel truly stand out from the rest is its potential for value. You see, not every coin from this series is worth more than its face value. Most of them, if they've been used in circulation, are worth just 5 cents. However, certain conditions, rare errors, and even specific details on the 2004 version can elevate its worth significantly. In fact, you could be holding onto a nickel that might just be worth thousands of dollars. So, let's break down exactly why this coin could be worth more than your average 5-cent piece. First off, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Like most collectibles, the state of preservation is incredibly important. If you have a 2004 Jefferson nickel that has been kept in mint condition, meaning it has no visible wear or damage, you've got a far more valuable coin on your hands than one that's been worn down from years of circulation. Coins that remain in excellent condition, with sharp details and no scratches or blemishes, are highly desirable to collectors. The higher the quality of the coin, the more it can fetch at auction. So, if you have a pristine 2004 Jefferson nickel, especially one that's uncirculated, it could be worth much more than the typical nickel you'd find in your change jar. Another factor that can drastically increase the value of a 2004 Jefferson nickel is minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, causing the coin to deviate from the standard design. These errors are rare and, because they make the coin unique, collectors are often willing to pay a premium for them. In the case of the 2004 Jefferson nickel, there are a few different types of errors that can make the coin far more valuable. One of the most sought-after errors on the 2004 Jefferson nickel is a double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck multiple times by the same die, resulting in a design that appears twice, usually in a slightly offset pattern. This kind of error is considered a rare and valuable find among collectors, as it makes the coin stand out from the rest. If you happen to come across a 2004 Jefferson nickel with a double die error, it could be worth far more than its face value. The rarity and uniqueness of these errors make them highly desirable on the collector's market. Another minting error that can increase the value of the 2004 Jefferson nickel is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned with the press during the minting process, causing the design to appear shifted or off-center. Off-center strikes are also considered valuable by collectors because they make the coin look unusual and are rare to find. If you find a 2004 Jefferson nickel with an off-center strike, it could become a valuable addition to your collection, potentially fetching a higher price than you might expect. Additionally, some 2004 Jefferson nickels may have been struck with a die crack, which is another type of error that can enhance a coin's value. A die crack occurs when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack, and this crack appears as a raised line on the coin's surface. Although not as dramatic as a double die or off-center strike, die cracks can still make a coin more interesting and unique, which makes them more appealing to collectors. Now, let's talk about another factor that can influence the value of your 2004 Jefferson nickel: its rarity. While millions of these coins were produced and circulated, the sheer number of coins that were damaged or worn down over time means that finding one in excellent condition or with a minting error is much rarer than you might think. Coins that have survived the test of time without significant wear and tear are always more valuable because of their scarcity. If you happen to find a 2004 Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition, or with one of those rare minting errors, you could be sitting on a rare treasure. Oh, how much could a 2004 Jefferson nickel really be worth? While the typical coin might only be worth its 5-cent value, coins that are well-preserved or have significant errors can fetch much higher prices on the collector's market. A 2004 Jefferson nickel in exceptional condition, or one with a rare minting error, could sell for thousands of dollars. In fact, some of these coins have been known to reach an incredible $33,000. That's right, $33,000 for a single 5-cent coin. This incredible value shows just how important it is to carefully examine your coins and look for any signs of rarity or error. With the right condition, rarity, and a bit of luck, a coin that most people would dismiss could turn out to be a valuable piece of American history. So, the next time you come across a 2004 Jefferson nickel, take a moment to inspect it closely. You never know. What might seem like just a regular nickel could actually be worth a small fortune. Top 2. If you are a coin enthusiast, you know how exciting it can be to find a coin that's worth far more than its face value. One such coin, often overlooked by the casual observer, is the 1999 Jefferson nickel. This seemingly unremarkable 5-cent piece holds a world of mystery and potential value for collectors. While most people wouldn't give a second thought to the nickel in their pocket, some of the 1999 Jefferson nickels are worth thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, thousands. Let's explore what makes this coin so special, why it can be worth much more than 5 cents, and what you should look for if you think you might have one of these rare treasures in your collection. The Jefferson nickel, with its iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and the image of Monticello on the reverse, has been a staple of American currency since 1938. By 1999, the U.S. Mint had produced millions of these coins, and yet, a few factors make this particular year's issue stand out. Although the basic design didn't change in 1999, certain features, variations, and potential errors during the minting process are what makes this coin a standout in the world of numismatics. The 1999 Jefferson Nickel was part of a regular series minted in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and these are marked by either a P or D mint mark on the coin. Typically, these nickels were produced in large quantities and were used in circulation with no fanfare. But the magic of coin collecting lies in the tiny details that can make one coin much rarer and more valuable than others. So, what exactly makes the 1999 Jefferson Nickel worth so much? Let's dig into the key factors that could elevate this coin's value beyond its mere 5-cent denomination. First, we need to talk about minting errors. Minting errors are one of the most sought-after features in the world of coin collecting. Errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of a coin, creating a variation that collectors find particularly valuable. For the 1999 Jefferson Nickel, some very rare minting errors have been identified that make certain coins significantly more valuable than others. One of the most highly prized errors is the double die variety. This occurs when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned, causing the design to be stamped twice in a slightly offset manner. This is a mistake that is both rare and striking, as it gives the coin a doubled look, which is easy to spot, especially in the lettering and the date. If you come across a 1999 Jefferson Nickel with this double die error, you could be looking at a coin that's worth significantly more than 5 cents. A double die error can be found on the obverse, where Thomas Jefferson's portrait is, or even on the reverse side. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes. For collectors, finding one of these coins is like hitting the jackpot, and the rarity of such an error only increases its desirability. Depending on the severity of the doubling, these coins can command prices in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another error that can make the 1999 Jefferson Nickel more valuable is the off-center strike error. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a design that is misaligned or shifted. The result is a coin where part of the design is missing or appears to be partially off the edge. While off-center strikes aren't as dramatic as double dies, they still add a unique characteristic to the coin and make it much more desirable to collectors who are looking for rarities. Off-center strikes are often valued at higher prices, especially if they are more extreme. Making them a good find for anyone lucky enough to spot one. Die cracks are another potential minting anomaly that can add to the value of the 1999 Jefferson Nickel. A die crack occurs when a crack forms in the die used to strike the coin, leaving a raised line or imperfection on the coin's surface. While die cracks are not as rare as other errors, they still make the coin unique and can add to its desirability. If you spot a die crack on a 1999 Jefferson Nickel, especially if it is in a prominent place like Jefferson's portrait or across the date, it could increase the coin's value. The more dramatic the crack, the more likely it is to be noticed by collectors, which means it could sell for a higher price at auction. Of course, the condition of the coin is another key factor when it comes to determining its value. Coins that are in excellent condition, with sharp details and no visible signs of wear, will naturally command a higher price. A 1999 Jefferson Nickel that has been kept in mint condition, away from circulation, could be worth much more than a coin that has been heavily used and worn over time. Collectors are always on the lookout for well-preserved examples of coins, and this is especially true for rarer years like 1999, where the potential for valuable minting errors exists. It's important to note that finding a 1999 Jefferson Nickel in perfect condition or with a minting error isn't as common as it may seem. While millions of these coins were minted, many of them have been damaged, worn down, or discarded over the years. As a result, a coin that is in excellent condition or has one of these rare errors is far more valuable than a typical nickel. This is why the 1999 Jefferson Nickel stands out as a potential goldmine for collectors who are willing to take the time to carefully inspect their coins. Now, you may be wondering, how much could one of these coins actually be worth? While most 1999 Jefferson Nickels are worth just 5 cents, the rare errors and pristine examples can be worth so much more. In fact, Some of the most valuable 1999 Jefferson nickels, especially those with the double die error or in exceptional condition, have been sold for incredible prices. One of the highest recorded sales for a 1999 Jefferson nickel was an astonishing $38,000. That's right, $38,000 for a single 5-cent coin. If you've got one of these rare nickels with a minting error or in near-perfect condition, you might just have a treasure worth thousands of dollars hiding in your pocket change. So, the next time you come across a 1999 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. Top 1. Have you ever thought a simple nickel might be worth more than just 5 cents? Well, it's time to rethink that notion, especially when it comes to the 1994 Jefferson nickel. Most of us might glance past a coin like this without much thought, but for those in the know, it could be a hidden gem with substantial value. Yes, a coin worth 5 cents could fetch thousands of dollars, and the 1994 Jefferson nickel is one of those rare finds that collectors and numismatists covet. In today's video, we'll explore why the 1994 Jefferson nickel has captured the attention of collectors and what makes it so incredibly valuable. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, featuring a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. This coin has been a symbol of American heritage for decades. However, not every Jefferson nickel is created equal. Coins from different years, particularly those with minting errors or unique features, can significantly differ in value. That's where the 1994 Jefferson nickel comes in. For the casual observer, the 1994 Jefferson nickel might appear to be just another regular coin, one that's been circulating for decades and showing signs of wear and tear. But if you know what to look for, you'll find that this specific coin can be quite a treasure in the world of numismatics. Let's dive deeper into what makes the 1994 Jefferson nickel so special and why it has the potential to be worth far more than 5 cents. Minting errors are the key factor when it comes to determining the value of certain coins, and the 1994 Jefferson nickel is no exception. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has made a number of mistakes during the coin production process, resulting in rare and valuable error coins. These errors can range from minor issues to more significant ones that can dramatically increase the value of the coin. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1994 Jefferson nickel is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, causing the design to appear as if it's been stamped twice. This can happen when the die used to create the coin is misaligned or worn out, leading to a double image being imprinted onto the coin. For the 1994 Jefferson nickel, this error can be found on the obverse, particularly on the lettering of Liberty, the date, or even Jefferson's portrait. These double die errors are quite rare and can be quite subtle, making them difficult to spot unless you know what you're looking for. Collectors and numismatists are always on the lookout for these types of errors because they make the coin much more valuable. A regular 1994 Jefferson nickel in average condition may only be worth its face value of 5 cents, but a coin with a double die error could easily fetch hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. The more noticeable the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you happen to come across a 1994 Jefferson nickel with a pronounced double die error, you could be looking at a very lucrative find. In addition to the double die error, another feature that makes the 1994 Jefferson nickel valuable is its condition. As with any coin, the state of preservation plays a huge role in its worth. A coin that has been well preserved and is in mint or near mint condition will always command a higher price than one that has been worn down through years of circulation. This is especially true for the 1994 Jefferson nickel, as coins in excellent condition with no visible wear or damage are much harder to come by. When it comes to coins from the 1990s, many of them have been heavily circulated and show signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, or fading of the design. If you manage to find a 1994 Jefferson nickel that has been carefully kept in pristine condition, it will be much more valuable to collectors. A coin with sharp, clear details and no signs of significant damage can sell for a much higher price than a worn version. Another reason the 1994 Jefferson nickel is sought after by collectors is the mintage numbers. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins each year, and not all coins are created in the same quantities. While millions of 1994 Jefferson nickels were minted, there are still fewer examples in excellent condition, especially those with errors. The rarity of such coins is one of the reasons they can fetch high prices at auctions or among private collectors. When determining the value of any coin, collectors also consider the type of error, its size, and its overall visual impact. For example, a small or barely noticeable doubling may not attract as much attention or demand as a clearly visible double die error that stands out to the naked eye. Similarly, a coin with multiple errors or other unique features will often be valued higher than a single error coin. It's these unique characteristics that make the 1994 Jefferson Nickel an appealing choice for those looking to add rare and valuable coins to their collection. Now, you might be wondering, how much could a 1994 Jefferson Nickel really be worth? While the majority of 1994 Jefferson Nickels are worth just their face value of 5 cents, the rare ones with errors or in excellent condition can be worth substantially more. In fact, the highest recorded price for a 1994 Jefferson Nickel with a significant minting error was an impressive $45,000. Yes, that's right, $45,000 for a single 5-cent coin. The rarity of these error coins, combined with their historical significance and the condition they're found in, can result in some incredible prices. So, if you come across a 1994 Jefferson Nickel in your pocket change, make sure to give it a close look. If you find one with a noticeable minting error or in pristine condition, you could be holding onto a coin worth thousands of dollars. In conclusion, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel may seem like just another ordinary coin to the untrained eye, but it's actually a rare find for collectors. The double die errors, the coin's condition, and its rarity are all factors that can significantly increase its value. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these special coins, it might just be worth more than a simple 5-cent piece. So, take the time to inspect your nickels carefully. You could be holding onto a small fortune without even realizing it.